November 9th was one of those perfect fall days.
On the day of Melissa's accident, she was doing everything right.
The first bang was the car impacting me, my car. And then the second explosion, I didn't realize until later was the airbag going off.
She was sent home from the hospital despite having a compound fracture of her wrist with shattered wrist bones.
It took a while for them to even get to the casting point, and then once they put the cast on it, it was just exhausting.
When I first met Melissa, that level of panic, the distrust of the insurance company, the sense of bewilderment on what is the next step was palpable.
And he said, okay, you don't have to work with me. You don't. But you need to work with somebody because you are going to get railroaded.
By the time she got back on track for medical care and the phone was ringing and the bills were mounting, the insurance company moves the car from one tow yard to another on the process of having it scrapped, and we had to fight tooth and nail to get access to the vehicle, to fly in an expert to investigate the vehicle to find out what happened.
He was tenacious and focused and smart, and that made him unbeatable. It didn't have anything to do with being aggressive. It had everything to do with being so extraordinarily well prepared that there was no chink in the armor. There was no way that she was going to get anything past him. It just wasn't possible.
By the time that first meeting was over, her sense of relief that these problems were being taken off of her, that while we sat together for an hour, many of the problems had already been solved, makes my job rewarding. That kind of experience is why I love being a trial lawyer.
What I remember the most is that I gained this extraordinary friend, and I knew that he was fighting for me 100% of the time.
By doing the heavy lifting with experts and depositions and investigation, it became clear who was at fault, and it wasn't Melissa.
When she tried to claim that I was speeding, had we not had access to the vehicle and the black box, which definitely proved that I was driving 17 miles an hour, we would have lost that information and that bit of evidence. Everyone on his team was so accepting and welcoming and strong and encouraging, and were part of my overall recovery. He knew what my bills were going to be. He knew what he wanted me to walk away with. He knew what I needed to continue to attempt to recreate some of the life that was taken, some of the joy that was stolen from that accident. You can't ever get that back, but he wanted me to have the best possible foundation to build a new dream. So he very carefully crafted the most perfect settlement to get me there.